Man, guys, I have got to do something about this. This is kind of insane right now. So, I don't know, let's see if we can make something happen so we can make this a usable workspace again. What's up, guys? We are back, finally. It has been a minute, and I'm sorry for taking so long to make videos. Sometimes I get hung up on things, and I just get stuck. Like, I have run into like a little issue. Like the last issue I had was I got a fuel cell, and I needed a tiny aluminum fitting welded onto it, and I had a friend that was gonna do it, but our schedules just weren't gonna align. So like I normally do, I decided, hey, let's just buy a TIG welder. So that's what we did. I went ahead and I went to Eastwood and I ordered their TIG200 digital. And now I can TIG weld my own stuff. Should somebody go and TIG weld something on their own when they have zero experience with aluminum TIG welding other than something that they did back in '06? Probably not. But I did, and it worked out. It's not a pretty weld, but it's stuck on there, and it shouldn't leak at all, especially because it's a fuel return line, so it really shouldn't be a big issue as far as, you know, leaking. There's not real pressure on it or anything, and all it's doing is draining fuel back into the top of the tank. So we went ahead and I got that stuck on there, but yeah, let me show you what I got. I've changed the garage around a little bit, as you could see from the intro, because we added some stuff. All right, first off, we got the new Eastwood TIG200 digital. Went ahead and used a Northern Tool cart where I could, you know, kind of store all my stuff on. You know, I got my Amazon Weld RX cups up here. I have my Furic stuff down here and just some other random stuff. Just basically all the stuff I've been ordering. I did order a bunch of really awesome Furic cups, but for aluminum, I just went ahead with the typical ceramic cup and probably got my best weld out of that. I also ordered more Furic stuff, you know, kind of the better ceramic Furic stuff. We got some welding rod. We bought a whole bunch of welding rod from the welding supply place whenever I went ahead and got my tank filled. So we got aluminum, steel, I mean, just kind of a little bit of everything. 3/32, 1/16. Got it all inside this little tube that just kind of mounts on the side of my welding cart. Also went ahead and picked up a Harbor Freight belt sander to do my tungsten with. I do have a grinding wheel over there, but everybody recommended using a belt sander. And then I also picked up this cool, like $170 welding table from Northern Tool, and just kind of made everything fit in here as far as, you know, being able to have a nice little welding table. As you can see my really terrible weld that I did because I didn't clean it properly and I wasn't really using the right cup. And then I came back today, and my very first pass I bumped my settings up a tiny bit, changed my frequency, and that was my first pass. I just went for it and I was like, hey, that's good enough that I should just go ahead and take a crack at welding my tank. You know, not that that's important or anything to actually practice before you just like dive right into an aluminum TIG weld. So I went for it. You know, man, this camera does not want to focus right now. There we go. So we'll come over here. I'll show you. I don't even think I've shown the tank on the channel yet, but I'll kind of show you what I got as far as what the fuel cell plan is. So here we are. We got a 20-gallon fuel cell. It's already GM ohms as far as, you know, for the sending unit goes. Spent a bunch of money on, you know, some fittings. So we have our breather, and this has the rollover ball in it. This is our main return line off the Airdog fuel pump. And then down here, before I show you my terrible weld, here's our main line out to the Airdog, and then just an empty one in which I'm going to use as a kind of a backup. At some point, you know, if 20 gallons is enough, I may add a second fuel cell and put a pump in to pump fuel back into the main cell, or, you know, something like that to where I can have a little more fuel capacity. Here is the return from the Dodge Cummins engine. That is the weld that I did. That isn't that great because I did not practice really at all before just sending it, but it is on there. Like I said, it shouldn't leak. We should be all good to go on that, but I do need to practice more before I do something like intercooler piping. So I've just been kind of going along and trying to pick the garage up a little bit and reorganize. I still have lots of stuff I need to get rid of. I need to get rid of those transmissions back there, get rid of some boxes over here, and really just move some things around to make this, I guess, a better workspace. But as far as today, I'm not really gonna work on the truck at all. What I need to do is get the truck out of the garage, kind of jacked up. That way we can start putting the pump in, running the lines, taking out the factory gas tank, figure out where we're gonna put the fuel cell, and try to get all the fuel system set up. That way we can go ahead and test fire this thing. But that's what I was procrastinating on. I really just wanted to get that tank welded that before I moved on. I mean, I really could have probably mounted the pump and run some line from the pump up to the engine before, you know, doing all that. But I just really haven't had much time with everything that's going on currently in Houston. I have been working a lot. My wife has been working a lot. So I've been taking care of the kids a lot, and you know, it's really hard sometimes to have time for one of these projects. I am trying to stay consistent with the videos, and I am trying to stay consistent with the work that I'm doing. That way we can make it to Lone Star Throwdown. But I really wanted to get this welder and weld table set up so in the future we don't have to worry about having people weld stuff for me. I think it's important to me as a garage builder to be able to do as much as I possibly can on my own. And the TIG welder was a big step in that direction. I already have a MIG welder, which I've had forever, and I can MIG weld no problem. I've done a lot of that for air ride suspension and just all kinds of other projects. So we're set up as far as the MIG goes. I'm really happy to bring the TIG in and look forward to practicing more with that. And we'll do some video stuff on that and kind of learn as we go. But I'm definitely interested in, you know, getting, you know, to know other people that can TIG weld and get more practice in and just try to make the quality of my welds better. I bought a bunch of practice materials. There's a YouTuber called the Fabrication Series on YouTube, and he sells like an aluminum kit. So you got like 3 30-seconds plate, 1/18 plate, and you can, you know, practice all your TIG welds on that, you know, before trying to do something like I just did where I just slapped one on a gas tank. So that was a piece of the, you know, practice material that I got from him. Really cool stuff. You know, it was like 40 bucks for the kit, and a lot of people are going to go, oh, why'd you spend 40 bucks on a bunch of aluminum? That's kind of expensive. But if you don't have all the materials to cut this and get it down into coupons like that, it is just way easier to buy a $40 kit so you can practice all your welds on it before you go at trying to knock the weld out, you know, on something important like I just did. But I'm definitely going to practice a lot more. I kind of want to buy his aluminum pipe practice kit before I start doing intercooler piping. But mostly I'm going to practice on these coupons a lot more before I, you know, keep going. That way I can get more consistent with my aluminum weld and not, you know, be folding the plates up like this from doing too much heat. And also just trying to figure out my torch setup and everything. I just, you know, I need practice. I am way out of practice. I didn't do a lot of this when I did go to college for TIG welding. Mostly practice with steel, and again, that was in 06. So yeah, that's kind of the update. I'll probably throw in just a couple little montages of me doing some TIG welding before I peace out of this video, but that's kind of where we're at. Hopefully I will be back with a video soon as far as getting the fuel system in and actually getting this truck started up. So, you know, I just wanted to let y'all know I'm still alive. I still have maybe a week or two more of just being super busy and not getting to spend much time in the garage, and then things should be back to normal. So that's where we're at. I appreciate y'all guys watching. Like and subscribe to the videos if you enjoy the content, and y'all guys have a good day.